tastes like chicken. It tastes like chicken. I said it tastes like chicken. Like chicken. Peekaboo. I see you. Peekaboo for the replay gang. Peekaboo, I see you. Loco en the coco. Yo te sacas el moco y yo te toco. We got somebody in the house. Who that? We that. Oh, it's the maestro. What up? I seen you earlier in Merlina's, but you had just walked out the door. You know, I was kicking it with her for a little bit. I'm good, bro. Just eating a little bit of healthy food with a little bit of not so healthy food. Man, you should have seen this Cinnabon I seen the other day, bro. I almost wanted to take a pic. It reminded me of you because I know you like Cinnabons. This thing was huge and it had some toppings on it, bro. This thing looked like a cake. I was in Texas. I'm going back to that barbecue spot. What up, Rocks? Yeah, I finally found a legit barbecue restaurant in Texas, man. The best one so far. I think this is like number 4 or something, 5. It wasn't the Cinnabon place, but it was a Cinnabon, like, cinnamon bun. Where you been, Rocks? You been hiding, bruh. Got some lemons, little pieces of lemons. I try, you know, I got a peach. But then I got some cookies, some pizza too, you know. You gotta eat the good stuff. The good stuff, which one would be the good stuff? I guess the veggies would be the good stuff to eat the bad stuff. But the bad stuff tastes good, but the good stuff is good for you. So they're both good stuff and they're both bad stuff. What's up, 12? The sleeping live stream queen. Redhead in the house. Lemon is amarillo. Yeah. And orange. I know we were talking about orange the other day. I can't even say the word orange. It's PMC and Rocks knows more Spanish than me, actually. It's a tongue twister. Anaraña. Anaraña. Something like that. That was always a tongue twister. You know what? There's another one's a tongue twister. You know what's crazy? I could barely say the names of the week in Spanish. And I know that's like the first thing somebody learns. But I think it's lunes, martes, jueves. And again, I can't even say all these words. Lunes, martes, jueves. Muércoles, that's the one I can't say. Muércoles. Monday, lunes, martes, jueves. Muércoles. And then I skipped one, and then it's viernes, sábado, and domingo. So some of them are easy. Like viernes, sábado, domingo is easy. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Lunes and martes is easy. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So Wednesday and Thursday are the ones I'm having trouble with. Lunes, martes, jueves. Yeah, jueves got to be Wednesday. And then I guess Thursday is the one I'm having trouble with. How do you say Thursday in Spanish? Naraña. Oh, naraña. Easy. Oh, Friday's easy for me. Viernes. Everybody remembers Friday because that was the turn up day. Everybody used to say, yo, hey, viernes. Vamos pa'l party. Woohoo. Jueves, Thursday. Jueves. Oh, I thought jueves was Wednesday. Oh, so when jueves. See, when you read it, it's not that bad. I just be forgetting. Yeah, see, Wednesday's the hard one. Miércoles. Yeah, that's the hardest one right there. Got some fresh chopped ginger I'm eating too. I eat weird, guys. Don't pay much attention. But I chop up little fresh ginger like this and I eat it raw. Ooh, baby, I like it raw. Ooh, baby, I like it raw. You know, anything you eat raw is going to be better for you. Because when you cook veggies or any type of food, you kind of like cook the nutrients out of it. Payaso gang. Nah, I'm not down with the Payaso gang no more. I dropped out the Payaso gang. Sorry, I'm not a part of that no more. Because the Payaso gang ended up, you know, getting a little too... Anyway, I didn't want to go down that rabbit hole. Yeah, me and stop while you're ahead. Facts. Me and that lady, that Filipino lady, were talking about Jollibee chicken, Merlina, and I told her, I'm pretty sure there's Jollibee chicken in the States because I think you had it in Illinois, but I'd never seen one. You know what I mean? And I've been traveling for years, and I never ran across a Jollibee. I know there's not one in Buffalo, maybe New York City. I don't know. I don't really like fried chicken, but I'm gonna try it. You know what I mean? Just to say I had it. All right, we have some healthy food. Oh no, we still gotta eat some peach. Peaches and cream. You know I need it because I'm a fiend. I want your peaches and cream. That was the banger. I know I tortured the song, but that was definitely the banger back in the day. Jollibee chicken is called. You been there, Rox? Lee's. Oh, I know you had Lee's, Rox. First time I had Lee's fried chicken was in Ohio. So tell me you had Lee's chicken. That's my favorite one. And again, I'm not too crazy about fried chicken, but I think Lee's is my favorite, man. I'm having a good memory of my, you know, I used to go there with my family. We used to go on vacation and stuff. Like, it's crazy. All right. I don't know if I'm gonna eat this whole peach or half of the peach. Let's see. Hopefully this peach is busting. You just never know with a peach. You know what I mean? Tasting right. Let's get right. Let's get right. Let's get right. Let's get right. I forgot who sings that song. Cedar Point. It's an amusement park. I used to go with my family. We used to go camping, all my kids. I had a camper. I had the Suburban truck. But then, you know, me and my baby mom split up. She took the Suburban. And then I ended up selling the camper a couple years ago. I think last year, actually. But at least we got some good memories. I should tell my baby mom to send me some of the photos. My baby mom's got the best photos in her iCloud. When my boy Willie died, I texted her. I was like, yo, send me some of the photos for Willie. You know, that was my brother. So shout out to my baby moms for still having some of the photos, because I wouldn't barely had no photos with me and my boy Willie. But they were young before she loses, you know, some, you know, I want to have them in my possession. I forgot. I don't know, 2,000, 3,000. I got a bad memory. I sold it cheap. I paid a lot more for a shit. When I first bought it, it was a lot more. Yeah, Willie was my bro. Same birthday, you know what I mean? We used to celebrate our birthday. We celebrated a few times. I just said that, you don't think your boy's gonna die. Nobody knows. It's like, I just feel back on my birthday, I'm always gonna think of him. I'm trying to build a relationship with his son. I text his son here and there. I offer to take him out to eat. I told him I want to, I want to be like his uncle, you know what I mean? That's my way of showing my boy Willie love. Like I told him I want to help him build his credit, help him show him the ropes, how to buy his own house, Like my daughter's only 24. She bought her own house. It's not hard. You just got to build a little credit, have a little job, and go to the bank and say, hey, I want to get a mortgage. Banks make money off of us. They want you to. What a lot of people don't understand is the banks want you to go in there and borrow money. People are like, don't get that concept. It's like, so I want to teach all the little G's. Yeah, I seen Tony Touch not too long ago, and I was like, yo, he does look like him a little bit. Louis been shitting on me though lately, man. Louis got a new job. He's working in a building for senior citizens, and this building is legit, bro. He got it made. He got his own apartment. So when he works, he lives in the building that he works for. It's a huge building. Bro, a big ass pond in the backyard with goldfish. I mean, the building is immaculate. It got a pool table. He gets one free meal every day from the lunchroom. He's living with a whole bunch of old people. Everything is quiet and clean. Everybody's like 62 and up, whatever the age is. I told him, he's dressing better. He's shaving. He's looking better because he always has to be in that building working. So it's helping him stay focused. Louis likes to, like, vacilar, he likes to drink and, get it in. So he's still having fun, but he got to be like a little bit more focused. Yeah, he's been shitting on me though because Louis gets me mad. Can y'all still hear me? Because I had a phone call. Y'all hear me? Y'all hear me? Okay. I didn't want to turn on the do not disturb. Because I'm waiting for my new handyman to call me. He might call me. So I got some new handyman. Louis was my handyman, but Louis was stressing me out because I would try to hire Louis. And I got tired of telling Louis to fix the same thing 15 times. Like I had like 4 or 5 projects I was waiting for Louis, and I got tired of asking him, And his excuse is, oh, I got my job back. I got a full-time job. Bro, you're off on the weekends. You got days off. You come after work. And then he be doing other work for other people, though. And he tells me, he doesn't hide it. Yeah, I was working for this person. Like, I don't say nothing, but in the back of my mind, I'm like, damn, bro, I've been waiting for you to fix all kinds of shit on my house. And you just gonna straight up tell me to my face you've been fixing other people's houses as a side job. But I don't get mad, because I be needing his help. And Louis, I need Louis for emergencies. You know what I mean? Like, if I call Louis, like, if there's an emergency, Louis will do it. But he just doesn't, the things that could wait, he doesn't take serious. So, I did some, I started reaching out to a few friends, and now I got a new handyman. He's not Puerto Rican. He's like, I'm Ecuadorian or some shit. So far, so good. And then I got this other dude named John, so they're both doing some work for me. But, I love Louis, you know what I mean? That's why it's bad to do business with friends. Because there's like tension, But I grew up with Louis. Louis a good dude. I trust Louis, Damn, I got these bugs in the truck. What do you call those bugs right here? I think those are those bugs. It's not a cockroach. It looks like a cockroach. I think those are those bugs that they want us to kill because they keep reproducing or some shit. I swear it's not a cockroach. It looks like a cockroach, but it's not. What are they called? I know some of y'all think it's a roach, but it's not. There's a lot of them like in Philadelphia. They were on the news. Nobody seen those bugs On the news, they say if you see these bugs, kill it because they're like freaking, they don't belong here and they're fucking, excuse my language, they are taking over. PMC got me laughing. He's like, hell, dog. Yeah, thank you, Rox. I'm glad you understand because I don't want people to say I got cockroaches in my truck. I lived with cockroaches in the past, so I'm not ashamed of it. And one of my rentals had cockroaches, but it wasn't my fault. Redhead seen the cockroaches, and I'm choking on a peach. Redhead seen the cockroaches in my rental. Damn, this mother effer is in a crack. I can't even get him out now. Maldita sea. You gotta off them, bro. I don't like killing bugs, man. Even though the news tells us to kill them. I'm a lover, not a fighter, bro. No, seriously, I don't kill bugs, bro. Yeah, the news tells us to kill them. They say, yo, if you see these bugs, kill them because they're like, they don't even, yeah, like he said, it's a Chinese bug. They're not even supposed to be in the U.S. And they're like reproducing and they're messing up the ecosystem or some shit. I lived with roaches when I was young. I'm not going to lie. But it is what it is. I mean, I didn't live with roaches my whole life. There was a time when I lived with roaches. I'm waiting for them to come out the crack so I could throw them in the cup. I'm going to have to get them out with something, a little piece of paper. Maldita coño. Found something. I don't want to rip this. Hey, what up, Miss K? Man. Hope you're doing good. I ate all the healthy food. Now I'm going to warm up the pizza. And then I got a couple cookies for after. Woo-hoo! Yeah, I'm high on carbs and sugar today, guys. That's why I'm live right now. Oh, yeah? That's cool. Jodiendo. Yeah, I bought some pizza from Knoxville, Tennessee. I forgot what it's called. I bought pizza from Knoxville and I bought some Japanese food earlier too. It's not like a regular pizza. It's good. It doesn't look too good, but it's like a pesto based or whatever. It got onions and mushrooms and you know, like the base is not red sauce. It's like a whatever you call it. The freaking pizza was $20 though, man. That's what happened when you're in this downtown Knoxville. Too small for 20. That's like New York City prices right there. Yeah, Panda's okay. I like trying like local joints though, you know? Okay, he came out the crack. Let's get him. Let's get him. You ready, buddy? You got to get out of here. know. Okay, he's all out. They don't have those in Puerto Rico, PMC? Chinese, whatever they're called. Lantern fly. No, this was Japanese food. Japanese is better than Chinese. I don't know. I only be finding like the cheap Chinese fast food joints. Pretty sure if I go to like an authentic Chinese restaurant, it'll be just as good. All right, now it's time for the good stuff. Sometimes I like to eat some of it cold and some of it hot. Am I the only one who does that? Like right now, obviously the pizza's cold, so I like to like eat a half of a half cold just to see how it tastes cold. Because some pizza tastes better than others cold, you know? But this one needs to be warmed up. Love cold pizza? Cool. No. I could send your ass a frozen pizza and UPS. Yeah, this one is definitely not one that you want to eat cold, though. And I got the conventional oven, warm it up the right way. That joint brand new. Oh, that sounds good. I've been eating a lot of Mexican food lately, so I had to switch it up. Sorry, guys. You know my nose be running too much. You gotta watch those, you know, those crusty lips, snot nose. You need to spot those. Talking blah blah, that's caca, chill, papa. No, I was watching an interview earlier with Fat Joe, and he claims that, you know, that lyric that Big Pun said, right in the middle of a little man who didn't do diddly who little bit. He said that Big Pun made that, but it was like a joke, you know what I mean? Like, he didn't really want to put that on the album, that he was just like a silly dude. You know, Pun was always messing around. And that Fat Joe was the one who told him, like, nah, bro, that's fire, bro. You got to put that on the track. And Joe was, according to Fat Joe, Fat Joe, Pun was like, nah, man, that's corny, bro. I don't want to put that on the album. But he did, and it was a hit. You know what I mean? Everybody loves that. It's crazy, right? That's like a perfect example in life that sometimes we got it twisted. You know what I mean? Sometimes we think, like Tego said it best in one of his tracks. He said, "Hay muchas cosas que no son como tú piensas." You know, sometimes we think things are one way and it's not. We don't have all the answers, bro. Doesn't matter how smart you are. We can't. We don't know how other people think, and we don't know how. Again, we just sometimes we're wrong. You know. That's cool. 12. Yeah, Tekashi 6ix9ine been trying to clown Fat Joe lately, and it's like, but people fall for that. You're like, yo, that dude is just trying to get famous. You know what I mean? That's clout chasing, bro. Like, everybody know Fat Joe. People say he be capping. I don't know. I think he may be over exaggerated here and there, but I think most of his stories are legit. But whatever. At the end of the day, it doesn't pay my bills. If Fat Joe's a liar or not, it doesn't pay my bills. You know what I mean? Like, I think people focus on some BS, too much BS sometimes, you know? We got to focus on what's important. And it's entertaining, though, I must admit. There's nothing wrong with some entertainment here and there. But, it is what it is. I gotta sit my fat ass down. I got a hernia, guys, and it hurts. I gotta get this thing fixed. My doctor connected me with somebody. I gotta call him. I've been slacking. I talk too much, it hurts. I walk too much, it hurts. I used to work for Goya. Nah, people, Fat Joe got respect, but it's these young people that be trying to. I don't even know how fat people, like, so many people still, like, interviewing Tekashi and doing this. So I don't know. I guess people justify the reason why he ratted. You know what I mean? But ain't nobody told you to try to live that lifestyle either. I don't think the reason why he snitched, I don't think is legit. Because if you wanted to act gangster, you wanted to be around all these gangsters, and then you want to snitch, and then the shit that bothers me is that he still acts tough. You know what I mean? Like, bro, make your music, make money, but don't be out here on these interviews acting like you gangster, bro, because you're not. A Joker vibe? I never heard one of his songs, and I never will. I don't even know. I don't listen to new music, bro. All my shit is old school. Yeah. It's just crazy how a lot of those people still even act tough. Millionaires, and I get it. They're in that lifestyle. They're selling rap. Like, what's the one that always be like, Capo, what's his name? Jim Jones? Like, dude, yeah, dude is old as hell, bro. I don't know. Maybe because they make rap, they feel like they gotta still act tough to sell records. But I know people in my neighborhood like that. 50 years old, 60 years old, still walking around like they're gangster. Like, bro, I stopped trying. I stopped that shit when I was like 30 years old. You know what I mean? Like, from 20, from when I was a teenager to like early, once I hit like 30, I was like, nah, this is not But you know what I mean? Like, that's not what I want to be. I don't know. Everybody's different, though, I guess. Anyway, I got to go, guys. You guys have a great evening. Thanks for coming to visit me. And I'll see you guys when I see you. Nicki Minaj. You too, PNC. Bye, 12. Bye, Rocks. Anybody else? Peace. Redhead.